Hey guys, what's up? It's Drive-Vulture, and today I'm going to teach you how to green screen out Call of Duty. This is going to be my first After Effects tutorial, so try to bear with me. Um, the first thing that I want to let you know is that this is going to use Roto Brush, so if you don't know how to use the Roto Brush in After Effects, this tutorial might give you a little bit of a struggle, but I'll be giving you a basic tutorial on how to use Roto Brush. But I'm not going to give you like a lot of the advanced settings of it. So just keep in mind that I will probably speed through where I am roto brushing it once I give you the tutorial, just for the sake of time. And in the second tutorial, I'm actually going to teach you the effect that I'm going to use the green screen for, which is a reload effect that I use to replace a wireframe effect. I'll show you a picture of a wireframe effect up on the screen. Um, a lot of people say that this is easy to do, but that's because they already have a pre-recorded wireframe, or they have Cinema 4D or Ripper 3DX, um, which makes the wireframe for them. And I'm going to teach you how to make an effect that's kind of similar to it. It kind of makes it look like a Tron gun effect. Um, it's not exactly like the wireframe, obviously, but it is still a cool effect, and it pretty much replaces wireframe in my opinion. So the first thing that you want to do is get your green screen. Now a lot of people say to go to Studio on Black Ops 2 and do the shot in front of the green screen that's built into the map. But if you're not on Black Ops 2, that's obviously going to be a problem. That was literally the only tutorial for like green screening and um, editing out parts of videos for Call of Duty. So I came over here and thought, why don't I just use a high contrasting gun, which actually works really good. So like I said, you want to pick a high contrast gun. You wouldn't want to come over here, record, and then be in front of this when you're reloading. That would be extremely hard for Roto Brush to detect because it uses color and contrast to make its edits. So, and you wouldn't want to come over here where it's extremely dark and do it either, because the front part of the gun would be harder to edit too. So the clip that I'm going to end up using is probably right here. So like you can see, like the black is pretty much the only color that's going to end up contrasting the entire shot. So if you reload, you can see that the reload's the only thing you notice. You don't notice anything on the background because it's pretty much a matte color. And the same thing here, I picked the red camo knowing it would contrast the green. And that would be easy to do too, with the exception of maybe the very front tip of the scope. If you went a little bit darker, like right here, that'd probably be easy to roto brush out too. So it all just depends on what gun you're wanting to do, what camo you're using, etc. Like gold camo, pretty much unless you're on a very dark map where like you could come over here and do it, it's gonna be harder. But the nice thing about Call of Duty, at least, is that when you're looking down and shooting, where we're getting our green screen effect from, or if you're looking like straight up and shooting and reloading, the bolt ends up in the exact same spot above the frag and the grenade, no matter where you're looking. So as long as you wait like a half a second before you reload, it's going to end up in the same spot, so you'll have to do very minimal editing to match it up with the original clip. Meaning you could be over here, do the green screen, go on the other side of the map or a completely different map, and then just layer the top layer over it, and it would look pretty much seamless because all reload animations are the same. So with that said, just make sure that you know how to use Roto Brush, or you think you could pick it up pretty quickly, and I will show you the rest in After Effects. I went ahead and before the video started found the exact spot where I started the reload. I came over here to my preview buttons, and on either side of my play button you can skip one frame, and you can see right there is when he starts moving his arm up for the reload. So you can see it goes up and then down a little bit. So I'm gonna just pull it back one frame and then click on the clip itself, and split the layer. You can either go up to edit and split layer or hit Control Shift D on Windows. I'm not sure what that would be on Mac. I think it's Command Shift D maybe. But yeah, so then you want to delete this first clip out, and then you just want to go frame by frame, or you can skip a little bit and then go frame by frame to where the reload actually ends at. So I'm going to want my effect to end right here, right before actually I'm going to go right there. I'm going to want my effect to end right there. So I'm going to click it again, you're going to hit Control Shift D, but instead this is your clip of the reload this time, so you're going to delete out this clip. Then you're going to want to zoom in, and actually, you know what, here, we'll do this. Drag your clip in again, and then I'm going to zoom in all the way. I'm going to split the original layer. Actually, since we haven't edited it yet, I'm just going to do this. You just want to copy the layer, so just hit Control D or Command D, I believe, and then you'll get two of those. And then you're just going to want to click both of them. Make sure it's an arrow, not a double-sided arrow, or it'll restretch the clip instead of moving it. And I'm going to move it all the way back to the beginning of my composition. And then I'm going to go up to composition settings, and we're just going to do the reload. We're not going to make this into like part of a montage or anything. So I'm going to edit this back to 2 seconds. So you can see there's like a little bit of black after it. Okay, so then I'm going to turn off sight on that. Oh, my bad, both of them weren't clicked. Okay, I don't know why, but my After Effects messes up sometimes and won't let me click off of layers when they're all selected. So anyway, here we are. Okay, so you can see that it's just the reload now. So now what you want to do is click on your Roto Brush tool, which is like the little guy with the brush around him. And then you'll see it's just an arrow here, you have to double click on the layer. Now you'll see it changes to a green plus. Now basically anything that's a plus is going to be the outline that's added to here. In a minute I'll click and you'll see it turns to pink. That pink is what's going to be included in the clip. Now the AS50 matches my hand pretty well, so I might have to include my hand and then cut it out later if I want it out. But for now, if it does blend with it too much, I'm just going to include the hand just for time's sake. So first thing I want to know is the command button. If you hold it and then click and move your mouse, you can resize the Roto Brush. I'm going to leave mine about here. So anything that's green is going to add to that outline, and anything that's red is going to subtract from it. And you get subtract by holding Alt, or I believe that would be Option on a Mac. So I'm just going to start painting around the outline. And again, make sure you're on the first frame of your video. And we'll try it with the gun first. It might decide to grab the hand though. Okay, so now here's what you need to do. you can see that up here we went a little bit too far out. So I'm gonna control and pull it down pretty small, and then just hold my Alt button and just click once there, and you can already see it's starting to patch it up pretty nice. And actually you want to go to view resolution and make sure you're on full. I should have told you that first. So as you can see, this is why I said I'm probably going to end up speeding through this after the tutorial, because this is going to take you kind of a lot of time to end up doing, but it's worth it in the end because you can literally use it for every single reload that you'll ever need to do, as long as it's the same gun. Oops. So we'll see if we can do it without the hand. Oh, we might. Anyway, you get the idea. I'll go ahead and speed through this, and then I will be back when every single one of these frames is done. And again, you just hit the next frame button, and it'll try to track the colors as best as it can, but you will pretty much have to correct it on almost every layer because when you're reloading it moves so much. But yeah, you can see that up here it's starting to get almost perfect. So yeah, I'll be back when the rest of this is done. Alright guys, so I completely corrected the end of the thumb now. If you go on over to the second part of the video where I show you the effect, I'll show you a little bit of how to correct some of the outlines if you're not going to be using it for an effect, if you're using it for some other purpose. But yeah, so that's about it for this tutorial. I'm actually going to go back in and edit out not part of that thumb that you see now, but a part of the other thumb that was still on the mag. I'll actually let that render out for a second so you can see what I'm talking about. The part right now, where you can see it right at the beginning of the mag. I'm gonna edit that, but I'll go ahead and end the video now. So thanks for watching this, guys. If you want to check out the effect, it's gonna be in the next video. I'm gonna wait to post this video so that the effect video is out at the exact same time. They'll be right next to each other, so yeah, I'll upload those both together. And again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.